For years, they've been underpaid for doing the same work as their Olympian counterparts.
Now, according to the New York Times, we're going to show you the stats here. It's pretty mind-boggling. In 2019, Paralympians were paid $7,500 for gold, $5,200 roughly for silver, $3,700 for bronze. But look on the right side of the screen there. It's all changing. It started with this year's Olympics because they're now making the same as Olympians. So for gold, that amounts to, look at that, a $30,000 raise, or 400%.
Yeah, for more on this, we want to bring in right now Paralympian track and field star Raymond Martin, a two-time Paralympian and seven-time medalist, also the pride and joy of Jersey City. There's somebody else in the studio who claims to be the pride and joy of Jersey City.
Raymond, good morning. It's so good to be able to talk to you about this. I mean, this is really welcome news. We like talking about good news on this show, but it also is a long time coming. And one of your colleagues called this absolutely life-changing. Do you agree?
Good morning. Yes, it's been fantastic. So I went to London 2012 and Rio 2016, and the pay change has been absolutely life-changing, really. In London 2012, it was actually even lower. It was about $5,000 for a gold medal. So seeing it raised to $37,000 is amazing.
Give me a sense of how that makes you feel. Was it insulting to be paid less for all that time and all the work that you put in, the blood, sweat, tears?
Yeah, I would say insulting is a good word. So in London 2012, I came out with 4 gold medals, and at $5,000 apiece, that only came out to about $20,000. So that's even less than what one medal would pay today. So it's definitely a little bit insulting, but I'm really happy with how far we've come in a relatively short amount of time.
Well, it is good that there's obviously some progress that's been made, but there's obviously still a lot of work yet to be done. In what other areas do you want to see more strides, you might say, for equitable treatment?
Sure. So the pay is a great start, but we do have a little bit of ways to go. So I know that for Olympians, their friends and family were sent to Universal Studios down in Florida so they can watch the events. And I believe they got park passes too, whereas Paralympians, our friends and families are being sent to Colorado Springs. So there's a little bit of I would say, discrepancy there. And I think a good place to start is some coverage, some great coverage and some great corporate sponsorships that really kind of spread the word about the Paralympics, because I believe the issue right now is outreach. Mm.
So obviously you're not in Tokyo yet. Your competition kicks off later this month. But how are you feeling headed into it? And what kind of curveballs has COVID been throwing your way? I mean, do you have any kind of lingering concerns here, or are you just super amped?
Yeah, so we're about a month out. I'm really excited. I have a few more weeks of training I think I need to get in before I'm fully ready, but COVID has definitely affected training quite a bit. So our training center here was closed. So we all had to do workouts in our house, which is really interesting. Our coach here, Adam Bleakney, did a fantastic job figuring out how to get us like a weight room per se inside our home. So we were lifting pots filled with books, like doing a bench press. Yeah, so it was really interesting. I'm really glad that we're opening up though. So, and hopefully the Tokyo Games are going to be great.
Yeah, wow. Talk about using what you got. Raymond Martin, thank you so much. And you know what, when you're in Tokyo, please do come back and see us, because we can't wait to catch up with you and find out how everything's going for you. So good to talk to you, Raymond. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.